Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Sly Cooper. So, in this one we're actually going to be finishing up in this area with Sir Raleigh, and we'll be actually having our first boss fight in this episode, so I'll be able to talk about that. But firstly, we're going to accidentally look through our binocucom, and I was very confused because the controls are like, they're inverted for zooming in and whatnot, so that's very confusing. I don't like inverted controls. I don't know why they're a thing. I guess it makes sense only because, like, when you, that, I got really lucky with that one, but I guess when you're, like, flying a plane, and you're playing like a plane simulator, then it would make sense, but other than that, I have no clue why you'd ever need inverted controls. So this place is, quote, fun. Actually, this is my most hated level, and it's in the first section of the game, the first ever, ugh. Oh my god, it's terrible. So we're introduced here to these traps.
Raleigh appears to have booby-trapped this entire place.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Don't you get it, Sly? If you step on that rug, forget about becoming a master thief. You'll be a master dartboard.
Wait a second. What if I jumped into that barrel for protection?
I don't know. It looks pretty risky and very unsanitary.
Only one way to find out.
I hate the... Alright, so basically the only way to get past these are to use the barrel. You could honestly get through, and I mean you can't destroy them by the way, but you have to be basically past them to destroy them in any way, shape, or form. I hate them because they just provide... They just make me angry, honestly. I left the barrel behind me, so whoopsies. You're supposed to bring it all the way through the level with you. That's an issue I forgot about. Yeah, so you're supposed to be in the barrel here so that you could dodge the guard, or ignore the guard's whole shtick thing. But you can just rush through. I think for the most part, like I was trying it earlier, you can just about get through this whole level without using the barrel other than the very beginning section, but it's tough. So this whole level is just, it's really short, honestly. You just go to the end here to the elevator, go back up, and then you already saw the key and the exit, essentially. So it's pretty short, and I'm glad, because I hate this level. I just feel like the, well, what do you call them? The dart? The globe traps? The globe traps are, you know, they're an interesting concept, but I feel like, it's just cheap. Like just about every other, trap and defense and all that in some way, shape, or form can be bypassed with enough skill, luck, or the right equipment. But that thing, it's like you have to have, like, I also this is why I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just gonna do that. I don't like them. Anyways, the speedrun for this area is actually pretty awesome, and it's possible to actually do it within like a minute. But I've not yet figured out a good way to get past the last set of globe traps that are up here. Also, this section managed to kill me like 30 times in a row. Yeah, right there. I don't know how, but he went flying. Fun fact, if you bring this over here, I had a real hard time getting out of it. But if you bring it all the way to the corner, you could actually like jump on it. But I wasn't able to replicate it here, so instead you could jump on the globe, which is scary. But you could jump on the globe and actually just jump past this. So if you wanted to, you could get that much closer to the end for whatever reason. There are clues back here, so you do want to come through here like at some point anyways. But I hate this place. I don't know how many times I need to say it, like, or I don't need to say it, but I feel like I have to say it. And these guys are the first ranged guards we see. It's fucking Squidward. I think you could tell, all in all, this place isn't very fun. It doesn't feel like I have to use skill here. It sort of just slows down the gameplay by requiring you to use the barrels. And that's not fun. But there are clues up here, so you don't want to forget about that. And then the last three clues are, of course, right over here. It's a pretty simple area, to be honest. And then we come across right here. How the fuck are we supposed to get through? we need a barrel, or you need a lucky charm. I think I was trying to figure out how to get over there without falling. It's actually there's actually a very creative way of getting through this level if you speedrun it, or if you're doing the time trial. I mean, I guess too if you're speedrunning it. What am I doing at this point? That's not. Oh, I was going back to the. I forgot about this. Okay, the vault. That's right. That's a thing.
With the help of a straight edge and compass, the answer was simple. Dial in 242.
I don't know why you need a straight edge and compass, but good to know. So if I remember right, this upgrade is sort of one of those I'm never ever going to use ever.
Interesting. Chris Cooper's dive collection technique.
Okay, now this one's actually sort of useful.
An extension of the dive move you already know. Just jump and hit the triangle button near breakable objects for some fast braking, fast collecting action.
So this one just augments the dive so that now while in the air you could dive and you'll go straight down into a slam sort of move. And that's cool. It's helpful when you want to get down to the ground floor as quick as possible. See, like that, it could be nice, but for the most part, it's still just meh compared to the yeah, let's use the slow. I don't know why, but I'm going to. I was thinking maybe what if I could skirt around the edge? It's none of it's possible. You just have to like suffer to get through this. See, it's like, oh, that works, and I'm through. For good measure, might as well destroy them, and we're finally out of here. God, I hate this place. Sorry. For the most part, I like all of the levels, with a couple exceptions. This is definitely one of those exceptions. It's just bad. That's why I leave it for last, so it won't like sour the feel of the whole area. And we could ignore it, move on, and go to the next area now. So that's good. Because if I started with it, I would definitely hate the rest of this area too. Because everything would have been, it just made me angry afterwards. Got a lot of coins from this, which is always awesome. So, that's all we needed to do, and now we're free to move on to the next area. But of course, I feel like, I'm pretty sure that the whole first section would only take like 20 minutes if I were to not get all this stuff in between. Because it does add up, but it's always nice. Also, that roll. It gets me every time. I just love to fucking roll. Everybody needs a good roll at the end of the day. That's not an innuendo.
My calculations led me to believe you had failed to knock out that generator.
Wow, that's rude.
Good at math.
Well, here's a real test for you. I found a way up to Raleigh's hideout, but unfortunately, it is doomed to failure.
You're not gonna tell me I have to shoot myself out of that cannon.
I'm afraid that's the only way.
Now you're talking.
You're really scaring me, man. Anyway, to get inside that thing,
I like that.
you had to steal all 7 of Raleigh's treasure keys.
So what are we waiting for? You show me those hollow what's-its?
You mean my holographic markers?
Yeah. And I'll swipe whatever it takes to get shot out of that cannon and steal back my family's Thievius Raccoonus.
Yup. So, we need to get the remaining keys in order to get through this area. I was actually thinking, if you were to climb up here, and this way, it's very possible that you could get over to that level very quickly. I don't know if you'd need to, but it's just a thought, you know? But really, this next level is just right over here. Oh, this guy. This guy. You got nothing on me. So, these remaining levels in here are, if I remember right, pretty easy. Except this next one right here is a little bit obnoxious. Just a little bit. So we go into a tiny submarine, or not tiny, actually, we're tiny inside the submarine. It looks like some dude with, looks like a purple bee with goggles. But anyways.
You found it, Sly. This is where Raleigh's gang of crabs stashes his sunken treasure. Use your sub to blast them. The left analog stick controls the sub.
This is basically just a bullet hell shooter sort of top-down controlling thing.
Use the right analog stick to fire its gun. That's it. Remember, you can always
I'm just going crazy. He's like, yes, exactly.
while firing at another. To earn a treasure key, you'll need to collect all 40 chests. Do not let a crab take
Okay, so here we are. So what you have to do is collect the chest. You have to shoot at the chest to open them, or to break them open, which collects them. And then you have to shoot at the stupid things themselves, the crabs. I'd recommend never letting more than like 2 to 3 crabs ever be on the screen at once, because otherwise they're just gonna... It takes a while to take out the chest, but it's really quick to take out the crabs. So try to focus on keeping the crabs to a minimum, and as long as the chests aren't taken away, you don't need to worry about how many there are on the screen. I tried this twice. The first time I got to like 37 and failed, and I was real pissed. I had to simmer down for a second because, you don't know the anger. I mean, you might know the anger that is accompanied by being so close and just having the win stolen from you right in front of you. It's not fun at all. A couple times I think I get pretty close. Like right here, I'm just like worried because there's so many stupid crabs. It's impossible to take them all out. But yeah, Sly Cooper has a couple different sections where they change up the gameplay. Basically, they only ever do it like this, where it's like a bullet shooter sort of thing. There's other ones, but oh god, look at that! I could have swore that someone just took away a chest. Like, I swear to God, if you're looking at the top left, I think someone stole one, but I just barely saved it. But yeah, we got the key, which is good. So now we only need one more. So that one is of course up there. Sly Cooper does change up the gameplay a couple times, but it's pretty infrequently, and it doesn't ever feel like they're breaking the gameplay. If anything, it feels like a nice breath of fresh air in between very similar levels. So it's good. Like, I feel like it's good. Because there's certain games where they switch it up and then it's just terrible. And fuck you, stupid Squidward. Yeah. Alright, the Gunboat Graveyard. This one, I like this one. It's pretty easy, and if I remember right, I actually had a really nice speedrun on this one. It's because there's this one shortcut I'll point out as we get to it. Shut up, Raleigh. Did he say frog or flog? I think it might have been both. Anyways, so the whole thing is you want to get from all the way around here. It takes us all the way forward and then to the right and back. But from right at the top here, or right here actually, if you were to jump across the debris over to that, oh yeah, right here, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to deactivate it and then come back for it, which is what I didn't realize at first. If you jump from up there, and then you could actually get over the debris and jump onto the platforms, and that saves a good 40 seconds with a solid jump. It's very possible to actually mess it up and get pushed off. You can see again what I'm talking about. It's just past the fiery pillars, like off to my right there. But yeah, it's a small thing, and it's not intended at all, I'm pretty sure, but it feels good when you get it. Unfortunately, I cannot do that because I need to get all the clues. But yeah, this level is, I think, much better than the others because there's no stupid crap here. There's no dumb globe bullshit. Like, even Squidward that gets to die here. Like, it's all good. It makes me happy. Still, the cunning disguise level just pisses me off. It's okay. We're all good. Goosefaba, whatever they say in that one movie. I don't think there's anything up there, so don't worry about it. But yeah, all the way from up here to right here is where the shortcut is, and that would be amazing to do. But I don't think I could show it off, because I probably won't be able to get it, because it was actually pretty tough to do. But I imagine with some speedrunning-esque precision, you could easily nail it every time. Yay, there we go. And of course, they are nice by putting the vault right before the key, and it feels good. I don't like it when it's the opposite, the key, and then you have to go back for the vault. It's just, oh, that's annoying. That was so close to 7-Eleven. Damn it, now I want a slushie. I don't actually want a slushie, it's terrible outside. I only want one when it's like, I feel like my skin's gonna melt from the heat, which happens a lot in summer, and it's not summer yet. This is a little bit nice.
All she had to do was stand near money, and it would magically jump into her purse. From now on, you'll automatically collect any coins you come near.
It's actually a really good feature. So, the coin magnet, it's not like from ridiculous far away. It's basically when, instead of having to hit it, it would just sort of fly to us. So it's about arcanes plus a little bit farther away distance, which is very nice in my opinion. Also, I was thinking about at this point, why the hell is it that the key goes onto his cane, he spins it around and it falls off when it has a hook? Like, how is it going through the hook and back off again? That makes no sense. It's just weird. That's not how it works. It's not. Okay, anyways. We're here. We have all 7 keys of Raleigh, or all 7 Raleigh keys, and huzzah! I love being able to do this, see them all open up at once. It's such a nice feeling. And inside we go. Oh, not in there. There we go. Yay! And then he gets like exponentially smaller compared to the actual ship. And there we go. So this is Sir Raleigh.
Delightful. We have a guest. The only thing is, I hate unexpected guests.
Listen, Raleigh. Wipe up my family and steal what's mine? You better expect company.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. How sloppy of me not to finish the job. Obviously, we should have snuffed you out as well. So, without further ado, let me make amends by what? Bloating to gargantuan size and squashing you like the insignificant bug that you are.
Bring it on.
Okay, so here we are. This boss fight is a little bit obnoxious. All the boss fights are a little bit obnoxious, except one of them. This took me a few attempts, but I finally got it. So, first, he will follow you along. You can just sit on the first platform and do this, like I am, and wait for him to stop moving. If you let him stand still for like while being small for too long, then you'll be screwed and he'll jump back up and you'll have to redo the whole thing. So each phase is like that. The second phase here, you can only do it on one platform, but luckily I already did it, so I showed you how. There we go. That's half his health done. There's 2 more times. This next one is more difficult. Every time he jumps on a platform, it'll flash red and then it'll fall. 2, 3, I don't know how many times, but after a certain number of times, 7, 8? That's 8, I'm pretty sure. He's finally, like, able to be hit. I'm making it look easy, because this is a lot of practice. But right here, bullshit. Careful. He spins. If you don't know the spin's happening, it could easily wipe you out and just kill you. But if you know what's happening, then you could just stomp all over him like I did.
Well, gloat all you want.
Oh, I'm going to, because you suck.
You're no match for Mugshot, my villainous cohort in Utah. You'll see. Mesa City is so well guarded, a snake couldn't slither in without setting off alarms.
Was it him dying?
Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus held detailed instructions on how to perform my ancestor Ryoichi Cooper's Ninja Spire Jump, a technique he developed while sneaking into the thickly fortified castles of feudal Japan. Finding a way off Raleigh's boat got a little tricky with the untimely arrival of Inspector Fox, who, failing to find me, busted Raleigh and his crew.
Hot chick with gun bust amphibious yuck mouth. I love the
boats found their way back onto the ocean, and the mystery of the
titles for every article.
My gang and I loafed around England for a while, enjoying the pleasant weather, and then headed back home, excited for our next heist.
There we go. So that is the first area taken care of. Tide of Terror is done. We got all keys and all upgrades. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.